Sorry about that. I love the statement that says that the first step to achieving goals and dreams is for you to identify them. You are not going to achieve, you're not going to achieve a goal or a target that you've not been able to identify. You're not going to achieve a dream that you've not been able to identify. To sit back and say that this is what I want to achieve. This is where I want to be by the end of the year. I want to be a director by March. I want to be a director by April. I want to be a director by June. By August, I should be making my first step to the world team. You're not going to achieve that if you have not been able to identify it as a goal, if you've not been able to set it as a goal, if you've not been able to come up with some strategies on how you're going to be able to achieve those goals and targets. So first and foremost, have we identified those goals? Have we identified the targets? Have you written them down? And after you've been able to write them down, have you been able to come up with some strategies? You know, it is always from plan to strategy, and then to what? And then to action. From plan to strategy, then to action. So what are your plans? Those are the goals and targets. What are your strategies? In part of the strategies, now this is where, when you're talking about strategies, so this is where the 3 in 30 comes in. The 3 in 30, that's a strategy on how you're going to build a director-sized business. That's a strategy. Dennis last week or Wednesday, he took off 45 minutes to share with us detail on how he's actually using social media to be able to build a huge customer base, to be able to get as many people to sponsor into the business. Now, social media could be one of those strategies on how we are going to do monthly 3 in 30s. Social media could be one of the strategies. In fact, if you haven't made it one of your strategies, then I think it is high time you plan to use social media as one of the strategies on how you can be able to attain your goals, your dreams, and targets. Because at the end of the day, all of us we all want good things. We all want to become world members. But it doesn't mean that if you want, you will get. It's only those who know what they want. It's only those who have been able to come up with some strategies on how they can be able to achieve what they want. And it's only those that are able to take action that are finally going to get where they are going. So in strategizing to be able to achieve our goals and dreams, we have said 3 in 30 is some of the strategies on how we can be able to build very good teams, using social media, using the referral system. Here in Kampala, I see we are going to be having monthly business presentations in some of these hotels, monthly business presentations. Those are some of the strategies on how we can be able to invite as many people as possible so that we can be able to sponsor. In places like Western Uganda, we have monthly business presentations in areas like Kasese, areas like Mbarara, Busheng, in Tungamo, in Sinjiro. We have monthly business presentations. All those are strategies. All those are strategies on how we can be able to attain and achieve our goals and dreams. We have weekly business presentations on Zoom. We have weekly trainings on Zoom, you know. All of those are chances for us to be able to invite, so that all those strategies on how we can be able to do it, to attain and achieve our goals and targets. Now, talking about taking action, because we said it's from plan. We've had quite a number of talks about the plans, the goals and dreams. What are your targets for this year? What are your business goals? What are your personal goals? We've had a series of trainings on that. And then we're now talking about strategies on how we can be able to build great businesses. But now there's something we call taking action. Action. You know, you can have the best plans. You can have the best goals written down, dream chart, vision board, everything. But then you forget to take action. Action. Now, there is nothing special like one thing that you're going to do at maybe in June or July or September. Just one thing that is going to be able to give us a great business. No. Whoever says that Rome was never built in one day, even your new life business will not be built in one day. Yes. So you need to you need to take action. You need to have a set of activities that you are doing on a daily basis for you to be able to reach out as many people as possible, so that you can be able to do what? To build a successful business. Now, part in some of the daily activities that we are supposed to be doing for us to be able to build very successful businesses. You know, we've been talking about things, we've always talked about things like PPF, prospect, present, and follow-up. Prospect, present, and follow-up. All your activities on a daily basis should be rotating around prospect, present, and follow-up. If you are going to mainly rotate around these three activities every single day, and then you've even been able to set some targets towards these activities, then I can almost guarantee that by the end of this year, we are going to be celebrating you at our conventions as someone who has been able to achieve and build very successful businesses. Now, prospecting is one of your daily activities. Let it be a goal, let it be a target that through all different medias, social media, WhatsApp, Instagram, asking for referrals, adding a name to the name list, making new friends on a daily basis. We need to have some targets and say every single day, I am going to work so hard to collect between 5 to 20 numbers, phone numbers. Every single day, I am going to collect phone numbers through social media, WhatsApp groups, and all that. I am going to collect numbers from, let's say, from referrals. You have met you've met a prospect, and after meeting a prospect, you've gone ahead to give them the referral form. You've gone ahead to ask them to give you at least 10 to 20 numbers. You know, I will be sharing with you, I think after this call, I am going to share with you, I'm going to share with you a video whereby Eric Worre talks about the steps of becoming a recruiting machine, steps of becoming, or the steps of you being able to recruit, to bring in as many people as possible into the business, to bring in as many people as possible into your customer team. And one of the things that he says, that all successful networkers, all successful people that are good at sponsoring and having big customer bases, he says they have one quality. They are excellent when it comes to collecting friends, collecting contacts, collecting referrals. This evening, I was at one of our distributors' pharmacy. Her name is Babirie. Now, Babirie, she has a pharmacy, and I was telling her I was giving her some ideas on how she can be able to collect as many contacts as possible. I was telling her she needs to have a visitor's book. She needs to have a product catalog at her reception desk. She needs to have a product catalog. She needs to have lifestyle, neo-life lifestyle magazines, basically something that will talk about the products. And I was telling her, every single time a client comes in, tell them, if a client has come in the pharmacy and he's saying, I need something for diabetes, open the product catalog. Tell them, meanwhile, as I get you medicine, you can read about botanical balance. It helps in the glucose balance, and it actually helps you to recover from the what? From the diabetes. And if the client says, well, I will come back and we'll talk about it, says, you write down your number, I will contact you so that we can discuss about it. You know, someone comes, I will need some medicine for pressure. Open the catalog on heart health and then tell them, you know what? Let me take your number. I will be able to make an appointment with you so that we can talk about it. You know, type a good message. Type a good message. Type a good message and ask all the contacts on your phone. Ask them, by the way, I am running a program with farmers. And as I can see, March is very close. Farmers are yet to start preparing for the what? For the season. I am running a project with farmers. My mission is to help farmers to maximize their yields. I have very good information that can help these farmers to maximize their yields. Do you know any farmers that you can recommend to me that I can be able to work with? Just come up with your own creative way and come up with a very good message and write, hello, James. I am running a program with farmers. I am working with farmers to see how they can be able to maximize their yields. Do you know any farmers that you can recommend to me? Now, if you wrote this message and you forward it to all the contacts in your WhatsApp, of course, there are those who will never read the message. There are those who are going to read and ignore. But trust me, if you wrote this message asking for, do you know any farmers that you can recommend to me that I can work with, because I am running a project to help farmers maximize their yield. Trust me, out of all your WhatsApp contacts, there are going to be people that are going to recommend to you other farmers. So be creative. Be creative. In this year, if we are going to achieve our goals and targets, we are going to have to talk to as many people as possible. My target as Justus Muhumuza, my target, the people that I want to speak to about my products and business personally, not Dennis's people, not Pelusi's people, not Evelyn's people. The people that I want to speak to personally about my products and my business are 1,000 people and above. I want to present to 1,000 people this year about my business and about my products. And I ideally know that if I speak to over 1,000 people about my business and about my products, I am going to have as many new customers as possible. I am going to have as many new distributors as possible, because my goal is to do a 3 in 30 every single month. Minimally a 3 in 30 every single month. How am I going to do this? I am determined to collect as many names as possible. I am determined to present to as many people as possible. My goal is to present to a minimum of 1,000 people. So I want to exercise the highest level of creativity. Type a message. Type a message. Hello, Jen, how are you? I am running a program with helping all diabetic people. Do you have any friends that may be having diabetes that you can recommend to me that I can speak to and see how best to help them? If you send this message to all your contacts, some will see it, some will read it and ignore, others will send you a message and say, please, I have been suffering with this problem for a very long time. Please help me. Type a message. Say, hi, Erica, how are you? I am running a program whereby I am on a mission to help all people with ulcers. Do you have any friends that you can recommend to me? If you type this message and send it to every single person in your contact, you will get someone. You know, there is a proverb. There is a proverb. I don't know how to speak it in English, but they say when you just throw a stone in the bush, just throw a stone in the trees. You never know, a bird could do what could come out of those trees. I don't know how to put it very well, but I hope you have understood. When you throw such a kind of a message to all your contacts on your phone, 1, 2, 3 people are going to respond. And don't get tired. Create as many messages as what? As possible. Hello, Justus. I am running a program whereby I am helping people to build part-time businesses for part-time income, because I have realized that to actually survive in this economy, we all need multiple sources of income. Do you have any friends that you think are looking for a way on how they can earn an extra income, and you recommend to me and I speak to them? Do you have any friends that would be interested in an opportunity they can do part-time for part-time income? Just type that message and throw it to all your contacts. 1, 2, 3 people are going to respond. So we need to, when it comes to action in our daily activities, on how we can be able to achieve and accomplish our goals and targets for this year, we need to find ways of reaching out to as many people as possible. We need to find ways of collecting as many contacts as possible. We need to find ways of collecting as many referrals as possible. We need to find ways of reaching out to as many as possible. Dennis Tomoshave, I think, Dennis, you will still need to take off some time to share with us on how you're doing it with your WhatsApp. Dennis showed me over 100 groups that he has been able to join on WhatsApp. Over 100 groups. Now, each group has an average of about 150 members. Now, over 150 members, 150 groups. My 100 groups, that is about, we are speaking about 15,000 contacts. Trust me, all the 15,000 contacts, if you ask them a question, are you a farmer? Are you interested in a way on how you can maximize your yields? Are you interested in a way on how you can be able to solve the problems like drought, poor yields? You know, are you interested? Please contact me. If you type such a message and you throw it out to these 1,500 contacts, trust me, you will get feedback. No wonder Dennis is doing over 4,000 personal PV. Right now, as I speak, Dennis, I think he already has 4,000 points. And I am sure probably by the end of this month, Dennis could be doing 6,000 points or even 7,000 points. I actually promised him a very, very nice branded incentive if he does 7,000 points. I told him if you do 7,000 points this month, I am going to give a very special incentive. But I know he's going to do it because he is doing the work. He is talking to people. One thing that I learned, our business is about talking to people. That's why they say there are 3 laws in a new life. Law number 1 is talk to people about the business, about the products. Law number 2 is talk to people about business, about products. Law number 3 is talk to people about business, about products. So our business is in talking to people, and the goal is in educating people. We need to educate people about farming. We need to educate people about agriculture. We need to educate people about nutrition. We need to educate people about bone and joint health. We need to educate people about how they can build part-time business for part-time income. We need to educate people on how they can build another source of income. That should be our goal, our mission every single day, to wake up to go and educate people, to wake up to go and speak to people. If you want to achieve your 2024 goals, make sure that you speak to a minimum of 1,000 people in 2024. As many people as we talk to, the more chances of having as many people joining, the more chances of having a big customer base. So we've talked about prospecting. Prospecting is adding names into your referral forms, adding names into your name list. That is prospecting. Creating as many friends as possible, asking for referrals. We are supposed to do that. Collect as many as possible. And then present. If a day, and by the way, the most important thing that we are supposed to be doing as distributors, just do your part and leave the rest to God. Do your part and leave the rest to God. Have they talked about collecting friends? Yes. We've talked about prospecting. Prospect. We've talked about asking for referrals. Just do it. Present to as many people as possible. If a day ends and you have not prospected and you have not presented to people about your business, it is a day lost. You have lost that day. Now, I present to people. I don't care whether they are joining or they are not joining. I don't care. What I care about is, have I done my work? What I care about is, have I done my job? What I care about is, have I asked for referrals? What I care about is, have I added names into my name list? What I care about is, am I doing the follow-up? That is what I care about. What I care about is, am I speaking to over 100 people every single month? Am I presenting to 5 people every single day? That's what I care about. The rest, because at least also one thing that I know is that as long as I prospect and present and follow up, people will always join. People will always want our products. People will always want this as another source of income. People love traveling. People will always want to travel. And also have this in mind, that as you're speaking to people, do not be over expectant. Otherwise, you'll be disappointed. I have people that I knew that would join my business. Up to date, they've never joined the business. I have people that I expected would become my customers. Up to date, they've never become customers. I have people that I spoke to about 5 years ago. Now they are joining now. Can you imagine? I have an example of my own mother. My own mother saw me joining the business. She has been traveling with me. She knows the benefits of the business. But when did she join the business? She joined the business in May 2022. That was after 13 years. And now she's a director with 3 directors on her team. So go just present to people Osirike, and you keep on following up. Prospect, present, keep on following up. Eventually, every single person is going to join the business. Eventually, every single person is going to use the products. I don't know when they are going to start using. When I speak to someone today, I do not know when they are going to start using, but I know at one point they will start using the products. When I speak to someone about the business today, I don't know when they are going to join, but at one point they will want to join. So prospect, present, and follow up. But you need to have targets. How many names are you adding into the name list every day? Between 5 to 20, both through name list and through asking for referrals every single day. How many people are you going to sit down and present to about your business every day? Between 2 to 5. But the whole goal is, if you want to do a 3 in 30 every month, if you want to sponsor, if you want to add on your customer list every single month, you need to make sure that in whatever you do, by the end of the month, you have presented to at least a minimum of 100 people. 100 people. By the end of the year, you will have presented to 1,200 people. And if you have presented the business to 1,200 people, there is no way how you can fail to become a director and a world team member. So action, daily activity. If a day ends and you've not done the 3 things, prospecting, presenting, and follow-up, that day has been wasted. So how many have you talked to today? That is why I like to have my activity book. I have my activity book. My activity book, I write down all the people that I'm speaking to about my business, my customers that I have met, the phone calls I have made, the sales I have made, the referrals I have collected. Everything is in writing. Everything. So everything, when the day is starting, ask yourself the question, what can I do today to uplift my business? When the day is ending, ask yourself the question, what have I done today to uplift my business? When the day is starting, what can I do today to uplift my business? When the day is ending, what have I done today to uplift my business? Make sure that every single day you are actually doing something to grow your business. Every single day you're doing something to uplift your business. If you do that daily, if you make sure that your business is growing on a daily basis, it doesn't matter by how much it is growing, but as long as it is growing on a daily basis, then by the end of this year, we are going to have hit and achieved our targets. So ladies and gentlemen, in closing, we have very beautiful incentives from the company. We have very beautiful incentives from Team Lion Kings. Let us maximize these incentives so that we can build great businesses. Let us step up to manager, senior manager, executive manager. Every 3 months, we are going to be meeting at some of the best hotels in Kampala, best hotels in Western Uganda, best hotels in Dar es Salaam, to have fun and eat together as a team, to celebrate, to enjoy ourselves. We want to add life to our business. Do a 3 in 30 every month. Do 500 personal points every month so that you can join the 500 PV club, so that you can join the 3 in 30 club, so that you can maximally you can be able to win near life branded incentives every single month. This month, we are giving out jumpers, near life branded jumpers. They're going to be amazing. Next month, we shall be giving out something else. The other month, we shall be giving out something else. We don't want to leave you behind. We want you to enjoy it with us. Do 250 personal points and sponsor 1 person so that you can be able to qualify for the airtime of 20,000 shillings. These are small things, by the way. But by doing them and achieving them, they put your business to another bigger level. And then there is Zanzibar. There is Zanzibar. When we go for the Impact Summit in October, we go for the Impact Summit. After the Impact Summit, we take a boat cruise to Zanzibar to go and eat life in style. Registration is already ongoing. Deadline for registration is 31st of July. 31st of July, we will be paying. If you've paid by 31st of July, the fee is 2,850,000. If you pay past 31st of July, the cost is going to be 3,850,000, an addition of 1 million shillings. Why? Because air tickets keeps on changing. So to save yourself from paying the 3.85 million shillings, pay early. Let us book. Pay early, help us who are organizing to even organize something better. So deadline for registration is 31st. Past 31st, 3.8 million shillings. So ladies and gentlemen, I wish you the very best of January. I can see we have already started off very, very well. Let's give it our best. 2024 is our year to rise and shine. Thank you so much and have a blessed evening.